Helpful hints for lab orders. Ordering laboratory testing can be challenging. The following is meant to provide some helpful hints on how to navigate CPRS quick orders for lab. Selecting the correct collection type and test. We have 4 different collection types. We have an immediate collect, lab collect, send patient, and ward collect. We'll start with immediate collect. This should be used for stat or time draws. There is no need to call the lab for these types of orders, as the orders will automatically print to our central accessioning printer. Examples of this type would be a stat H&H, troponin, glucose, or drug levels. Lab collect should be used for routine testing. Think of this as rounds. So we have a 6:45, a 1 p.m., a 4 p.m., and a 9 p.m. It's drawn up to an hour early or an hour late. Again, think of these as routine orders, say, for instance, TSH, BMP, CBC, or PSA. Send patient. Used for outpatients only. Send the patient to the lab. Inpatients should never have send patient type orders. The lab would have no idea that an order was placed as it doesn't print. So just remember that send patient orders are for outpatients. These are the patients that are coming through clinics that have appointments. Actual inpatients need to be ordered as either like lab collect or immediate collect. So if you do happen to have an inpatient that is ordered as send patient, we would ask you to please correct that order to ensure that we collect the patient's sample for you. Ward collect. This is used for like a nurse collect situation or something that is collected on the ward. Lab, non-lab basically. Examples would be urine, body fluids, patients with lines like a PICC line or a central line. Inpatients that are ordered as ward collect that do not meet the nurse collection criteria as described above, we would ask you please to reorder those. Order them as either lab collect or immediate collect to ensure proper patient care. Let's talk about the CPRS menu. The CPRS laboratory menu is designed to order correct lab testing by using defined quick orders. It is somewhat complicated because we are an integrated database system. So meaning that we actually share our database with Iowa City and Des Moines. So unfortunately, you are able to order testing that would only be appropriate for those locations, for Iowa City or Des Moines. When CPRS quick orders are not used, there's an increased risk of ordering the wrong test, which can definitely lead to delays in patient care. We see this happen a fair amount when providers are breaking away from the established quick orders and then going to what is called a miscellaneous or other lab orders in CPRS. This is a point at which the provider can actually do free text to search what testing it is that they're looking for. Here's an example of that. So the provider has selected miscellaneous other lab tests and is now at the point of actually just typing in what testing that they are after. So in this example, looks like they just typed in CBC, and this is a good example because it really does illustrate that you see that by just typing CBC, there are many different options to pick from. You've got one at the top that's highlighted that's star CI, NE. You've got a star IC. You have a CBC no diff star IC, a CBC no diff star NE, CBC with auto diff star CI, NE, and so on. So, it's difficult because you definitely need to make sure that you are picking the right one. When you stay on established quick orders, those are already directed to the correct tests. So it's definitely to your advantage to try to stick with the quick orders. Couple of things here. Again, so when not using defined CPRS quick orders, such as the miscellaneous other lab orders, please remember the following. Nebraska labs will use the suffixes of *NE or *O. Do not choose labs with *IC, *IA, *CI, or *DM at the end of the lab test, unless it's accompanied by a *NE or a *O. And to make things even more fun, if there is no suffix on the end of a test, that means that it is a shared test by all Nebraska and Iowa sites and may be selected. If you are unable to locate the test that you need with the correct suffix, then please call the laboratory at 20-4927. Probably would be helpful to ask to be directed to a particular department, perhaps chemistry, hematology, send-outs, microbiology, etc. The departments should really be able to help you to, narrow down your search as to what type of testing that we might have available in-house, or if it is something that we would actually have to send out to a reference lab. So again, the take-home message here is, please try to stick to the CPRS quick orders whenever possible, and remember the rules explained above concerning suffixes when you're not using defined quick orders. Also wanted to let you know that we have add-on menus that are available for you on the main laboratory order menu in CPRS and on either inpatient or outpatient sides toward the bottom of the screen, right here in this area on each side. You can simply click here to add lab testing. So by doing that, once you click here, you will see a listing of those tests that you can add to blood work that has already been collected. And this is nice because that really means that you don't have to call the lab. We will get the order printed into the lab. Testing will be added on if possible and testing performed. Would like to let you know that for outpatients, if you are adding blood that, or adding tests rather, to blood that we actually don't have enough of, or perhaps it wasn't collected, that we would cancel that order. We simply just don't have the specimen to run it. In that case, the ordering provider would receive an alert that his or her order was canceled. We would just then ask that the provider would reorder the testing for a different time. If, however, you have ordered add-on testing for an inpatient, and if we have no blood available, we will draw the lab on the next scheduled round time. It pretty much wraps it up. If you have problems ordering tests, finding lab results, etc., feel free to give us a call at 20-4927. We are happy to try to help you to navigate CPRS and to find the right tests that you want ordered, so we can provide good customer service and also good patient care. Thank you.